GingerGM.
Hello and welcome to the jungle. We've got fun and games. You don't want to hear me sing, but I'm afraid that's what you're going to hear or heard already. Okay, well, thank you for viewing another video. I was going to do more analysis, but I met up with a good friend earlier. And, I haven't seen him for a while. He told me I'm going to be best man at his wedding. Poor geezer. And we had a couple of cheeky beers, so I thought I'd play some Blitz instead. But first of all, I do want to say, I know in the last video I did, people are asking about, have you noticed you got to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube? And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone out there who watches my videos, and really it's kind of mind-blowing me that there's so many people who watch the crap that I do, basically. Sometimes it's good crap, sometimes it's bad crap, and sometimes it's rather dodgy crap, which I'm probably going to do today. But it's a massive thank you to everyone out there who has subscribed and takes the time out to watch these videos that I do. I mean, obviously I do put quite a lot of work into it. I really enjoy it, and I want to keep doing it for a long, long time to come. But this is really for you. A massive shout out. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm going to do a 12-hour stream at some point in the future to celebrate the fact I've got 20,000 subscribers. Not today, but another time. I'll let you know when that is. And I mean, I'm just going to show some of the thank you notes and other notes I've got. So let's bring up one Twitter message I had about 20,000 subscribers. And here it is. It's there we are. A massive thank you to everyone who has helped me hit over 20,000 subscribers. So this is on Twitter. And then, Michael said, stop your cursing and I might just subscribe again. Yeah, I fucking will. Definitely. Sorry. I want to get Michael back and watching my videos again. So I'll definitely stop my cussing from now on. Sorry, Michael. Sorry to insult you with my bad language. So yeah, okay. So I know there's people I've got to win back, and I'll fucking try my best to do that. So apart from that, let's now see if we can get a game of Blitz, shall we? So let's play some 3-minute Blitz and have some fun, man. Let's have some fun. Let's just have some fun. So I think I'm going to play a little bit. I haven't played any Blitz for a while, and we'll see what happens. If we can get a game. I'll be streaming tomorrow, and it will be good language tomorrow, I promise you, girls and boys. For chess.com, my first stream for a while. Some spicy chess at 5 p.m. GMT on the Friday afternoon. I'm hoping to get some more streams going after that as well. Got to get back into the mix of things, so there's loads planned. And we're in with a game. In like Errol Bloomin' Flynn. So here we go. Come on. Let's start. I want a gambit. So I think I'm going to play until King's Gambit. Oh my words, do I want to celebrate under the table now or not? Yes, I do. And he's accepted it. Oh my giddy God. That's a double celebration under the table. Okay, so I'm going to play until I lose 2 games today. And I'm having a cheeky beer. Yes, I am. And drinking is bad, boys and girls. And what? Is that a good move? It's probably a good move. Okay, what's happening? So he's got the normal d5 punt, and now I'm going to go knight c3. If I can get castled, it's okay. Cool, dear blimey! I've got to get ready for Ben Feingold. My rating's now 2460. I kind of feel that it's quite important to me to get my rating back up again to 2600. I need to do a bit of training in the next month or so. It's quite funny because, like I mentioned to you guys, people were saying, "Why haven't you done a YouTube video?" You look at some of the comments, and I have to say most of the comments are lovely, so thank you so much. But of course, there are obviously bad comments. That's what internet's all about. And it's like, has Simon for the last month? Why hasn't he posted videos? He's been spending loads of money down the pub. I played chess for 4 weeks solidly. Solidly, or did I saw myself playing chess? I'm not sure. That's an interesting question. But yeah, I played a lot of chess, but it's so tiring playing chess, and I really don't know how the top guys play it all the time, because you have to do the preparation a couple hours in the morning, You know, so that's 2 hours of total mind games. You have to then play for a long period of time, and then you have to recover afterwards and get back into the next day. And if you do this for, you know, a certain amount of time, it's like doing one of the hardest exams. Imagine you're back at school again or something like this, and you're doing a really hard exam, but you're doing this exam every day, and it changes every day for a long period of time, and it's so mentally draining. And you know, people don't understand how hard the game of chess is to play. It's such a hard game, and nowadays players are so much better. I mean, like I said, in the first tournament I played, I did quite well. I mean, you know, I got second. In the second tournament, I did extremely badly, and I have to admit, it's disappointing. I need to spend more time playing the game properly, you know, doing a bit of preparation. But the whole thing with chess is it's a very hard game. There's no easy answers. Right, okay, my opponent's moving fast, and I'm wabbling, so it's time maybe to have a sip of beer and play some moves. So, okay, so I've done the King's Gambit, and this is a rather intriguing position where I feel in principle I should be better because I've got an extra central pawn, the d pawn. So that didn't mean to move the d pawn, so that should give me some advantage. But can I use my d pawn at some point? I mean, one idea would be to be able to go c4 in here. Okay, then you go bishop there and bishop there. Well, Harry, put that in your pipe, Ben Feingold, and smoke it. So we're going to throw Harry up the board anyway. It'd be nice to start with a win for a change. And I want to move the queen here to support Harry's idea of moving forwards. My opponent's bishop is quite active on that diagonal, so my opponent's stopping that. He's trying to exchange queens. Now, let's go for the exchange of queens. He's taken with a pawn. That's an interesting decision. He wants to maybe hit this one. I can defend that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm better here, but I've now got to go in blitz mode a little bit. So one of the things you know, against Ben, I've got to... Actually, that is a good move. Rook c8, because if rook c1, bishop a3. So, okay, my opponent did not play that, but maybe my position's... Okay, I'm going to have to try to open things up over here anyway. One thing that I've got to get better at for Ben, we've got, I think, something like an hour of 1 minute chess, and that's something I really got to practice. I mean, I've got this big fat mouse that I use at the moment, which I spent a bit of money on, but because I've got a broken hand from being having a misspent youth, should we say, I'm not sure if I should be using this mouse. So if anyone out there's got a good idea, I've been looking at these things to buy a decent-ish mouse that's good on the hands. If you've got a bad hand like me, then give me some suggestions, because I might invest in something that's a bit easier on the hand. Okay, but first of all, let's try and win this game. So, okay. So, come on. I don't want to make the first game the first loss, do I? So, let's see if I can still move quick here. Oh, I blundered a piece. Fuck a fucking duck. There you go. There you go. Just to prove to Mr. Michael that I am, you know, that I need more subscribers and I'm keeping it nice and clean. There you go. It's good to know that I do it for the crowd. Okay, so I lose another game. That's me done and dusted. So let's not lose this game. Okay. Now, as you saw in my last video yesterday, the French blooming defense. Let's talk about the moves. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to go for the French. And the advanced French is an opening I'm not so concerned about, because my knight can often come to this f5 square. If you watched my video yesterday, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, I could also go queen b6. Now, a3 is a big mistake here. That's a big mistake. They should not go a3 when you go bishop d7, because my queen doesn't go to b6 anymore. It comes to c7. And this move of blowing up the center gives black a very nice game. Already, in my belief, black has an advantage here. And I wrote about this, and I filmed it in my Killer French DVD, which of course you can buy from GingerGM. And this line in particular I talked about, which is a very interesting position. I mean, look, if you're playing opening as black, you want a position like this. My pieces are lined up, opposite side castling. Again, maybe it's not better for black, but you get a lot of blooming action. So I maybe want to play e5, free up the bishop on d7. Maybe ideas of h6 and g5, starting a pawn storm. So my opponent is now trying to take control of this square, but that means he gives away this square. So do I come in? It looks very natural to try to take advantage of his last move. So let's come in, and of course he must go there. Excuse me, I'm spilling my beer. I'm getting a little bit prematurely excited, as they say, as I've been told before. Thankfully, not too many times. Otherwise, it'd be tricky to survive this world if I had it more than once or twice. Everyone gets a little bit prematurely excited, and the froth comes up when they're drinking a lovely beer and playing the French defence, don't you? Let's stop rubbing the top of my beer. That just feels weird. Okay, so right now, I think this is a great position. My bishops, look at my pieces. All of my pieces are playing. My bishops are lined up against my opponent's king. My knight on e4 is active. I put a rook on a half-open file. I may even consider knight f2 at some point. Okay, so can I consider knight f2? Or can I do something a little bit... I'm in funky mode. Okay, so I'm going to go g5 with a particular idea in mind. If knight takes knight, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop here check, rook takes f2. Let's see if it works. Okay, we're going to go for it. So he's played the combination. I don't know if it works, but it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. And this is cowboy chess at the cowboy best. So the idea is he can't go king f1 because I clearly will sack a rook on f2. Who gives a damn? I say clearly? I mean, oh my words. Oh my words. I mean, come on. You don't call me the Ginger Ninja for nothing, baby. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Sonny Jim. Okay, it's not mate yet, but it will be extremely soon. First of all, I'm going to grab the knight, and then I'm going to come back check, and it should be checkmate. Okay, so calculations. Maybe I'm sharpening up a little bit. I've won a piece. Is there a checkmate after here? If there's not a checkmate, then my name is not Jimmy. And okay, come on, there must be a checkmate here. I'm going to take this one first because at some point it gives me an opportunity to bring the rook in. And now I just need a little bit of calculation. So check, king here. Check. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Let's do it. If you see a good line, there's no point looking for the clear win. King d2, queen d3, checkmate. But in this line, I win the queen, which is good enough. I'm not going to waste time looking for a better variation because this is good enough. And this will clearly win me the game. And that, my friends, is what you call chess. Boom! Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay, so that's the way we're going to roll. That's the way we're going to roll. That's the way we're going to rock and roll. That's the way we're going to rock and roll. Roll. Okay, so let's see if we get another game. So as soon as I lose another game, I mean, okay, so I'm playing someone from Russia. He's got a high rating. Do I give a damn? A little bit. No, of course I don't. Okay, hillbilly. Let's see if the hillbilly still works. Okay, you know, against certain players, hillbilly is great. If you're playing a big... I don't know why I've got my headphones on. Why have I got... I just realised I've got my headphones on and I don't need to have them on. I'm not actually listening to music. I've got my headphones on for no reason whatsoever. Oh my words, it's one of those days. Okay, they're off now. That frees my ears up to hear what I'm saying. It's even more worrying. Okay, well, against certain players, the hillbilly is very good. And one thing you've got to think of, if your opponent you think is a very booked up, what I mean, theoretical player. So if you're playing a junior, you know, for example, juniors normally have great memories. They know the opening particular. I'm just going to checkmate him. Let's just come in like Flynn, Errol, blooming Flynn. Then it's good to play sidelines. So, but also if you're playing older people who maybe don't know so much theory, maybe play a main line. But do we have a lot of time to look at the latest theory? No, we don't, because I'm making videos and hopefully you're watching them. No, of course, you've got to know some theory. Oh, my words. This must be boom territory. Oh, my God. Put this in your pipe and have a smoke. Come on. There's no way in a million years I'm not going to go for this, is there? Now, bishop check is interesting. But then he takes check. I'm just going to play this reasonably slowly and try to build up my attack because his king's misplaced. Is this sound? I've no idea, but it looks very interesting. I want to go f5 and blast the king open a little bit more. So let's keep, as long as I've got my strong centre, I think I'm going to have some chances always in the attacking position. I know it's a piece, but what is a piece between us chess players? Quite a lot, actually. Okay, so f5. Is f5 coming? I'm hoping his king is misplaced. I've got one pawn, but it's a bit of a weird position here. So, okay, I don't care if he takes the rook. I've got to play f5. And, of course, I don't care if he takes the rook because queen f7, checkmate, boom, 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 is the end of the game. Boom! Come on. This is the way you play chess. No messing about. Checkmate ends the game. And that is actually something a lot of players do forget to do. So, okay, so this should be now a brilliant attack for me. See, these Russians, they like their positional game, but they don't like it up 'em. That is a clear rule. They do not like it up 'em. Actually, who does like it up 'em? I won't say any names. Maybe John Upham, I don't know. No, maybe Upham. Someone called Upham? John Upham, I don't know. Who likes it Upham? Okay, well, this looks like a raging attack. A raging attack. So was it a sound attack? Probably not. It's a 3-minute game. I'm not using a computer, so I'm not going to analyse. But now, okay, let's calculate some lines. So queen e8 is the kind of move that I may consider if I was black here. Do I have a forced checkmate? Rook f7, king e6, queen f5, checkmate. Rook f7, king here. But do I have something stronger? Can I stop his king coming here? Check, g5, check, check, check. King takes here. No, I don't know. Maybe that's good, but I'm just going to give him a check on f7 because this to me looks like it should do the business somehow. I mean, come on, his pieces are floating around the danger zone. Now, is he really going to take here? Well, no. Let's bring the knight in now. And if he takes on e6, I have knight takes b6. His king is getting raped. And that's not something that king wants to happen to them. It's really not a pleasant experience at all. But he's holding on, to his credit. He's holding on. Okay, so I think I'm going to do here, rook c1, and try to get d5 in at the right moment. Okay, let's do that. I could take and go d5 straight away. Let's do that. Let's get my massive pawn center moving. Here we go. Moving, moving, moving. Rawhide. And now I'm actually I've got a draw at least because I got rook c1, but I think I've got a forced checkmate here with queen e3 check coming up. This is beautiful and it is painful for my opponent. Queen e3, boom. King a7, queen a3. So that looks like it's rolling particularly well. Okay, so that's the way you got to rock and roll. That's the way you got to rock and roll. Okay, so now we get a French again. This seems to be like the theme. And now, well, okay, let's go for the classical because as you saw, I did a video on this. I'm going to try to follow my analysis. Now, this is another line where white tries to play c3. Now, in the French defense, you have two breaks. One is c5, the other one is f6. And because my opponent is so poorly developed, I'm going to try and play both of these and explode the center of the board. And I feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone. Okay, so let's see if we can. Okay, so I'm going to, if I don't do something active in this position, then I think my opponent will hold the advantage. So I need to do something drastic here. I need to do something drastic, and I'm thinking of knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. Let me do some basic calculations there. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen f2 check, king here, and bishop takes here. Does this really work? I don't know, but it's blitz. Rook here, check. King here, check. I don't believe it works, but I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to have to try. We're going to have to go for this move. Now, I also have rook takes here. But I'm going to try this idea. I'm going to go for this idea. So the problem was if he took, I had bishop takes here as well. Now I am water my piece down, but I'm going for the attack again. And this is a typical French defense idea. Now, if here, he takes here. Yes, I know he does that. But then I have e5 coming in, and my bishop comes to life, and it's all about the pieces. We want to liberate the pieces, and at least now I get one piece back, and my center is moving. So I quite like this. I quite like my position here, even though I'm still a piece down. But there's surely a lot of action going on. Now, there's no reason to give up this active piece, so let's keep that piece. And I've got e4 coming. I could have gone bishop takes h3. Of course I could. But I don't see the point of getting rid of my bishop for his crappy rook, because I'm trying to checkmate my opponent, and I might as well keep my active pieces on the board, even if I am a piece down. Now, bishop here seems natural. I have a lot of attacking moves. Let's just bring them in. Okay, I'm not going to think. I'm going to play natural attacking moves. Let's develop a piece. I want to get my rook to c8, and I want to just keep his king in the center. And I have 2 pawns to the piece. I'm threatening checkmate on d1, which my opponent has stopped. So, okay, I'm not even going to think about this one. If I can bring a piece into the attack, I will. So let's do it. Let's bring the piece into the attack there. Rook c8. And, okay, well, what do we do here? This looks like a very tempting and good position to me. And it's time for another swig of beer. Cheers. Okay. Now, there must be something horrendous from my opponent here. So, let me think about this. Queen here and here check. Very good idea. That's a back out clause, but he can take here check. Am I mating him? King here, rook here, king here. Okay. See, I've been a little bit slack with my calculation recently because I've played a couple of tournaments. I'm getting a bit quicker. I think this is the correct move. I'm getting a bit quicker, but I have to say, I've got some work to do. Okay, so I can also go rook here first. Then I've got rook e4 coming. I don't even want my opponent's rook on this square. I can always take his rook, but this, oh, he's got a check. Flip a duck. Doesn't matter. I don't think it's the end of the world because my rook is coming here, and I don't even want my opponent's rook because I want to checkmate him. Okay, so can we now get a checkmate? Well, I think I must take here. Is he going to take there? No, I must take his rook now. I must take this one because his rook was going to come to e2 otherwise. And if he does, and now I've got rook e4. So this is why the rook came here, to swing to e4. And very, very interesting position. Does he have perpetual? Bishop takes g7? I don't think so. I don't think he'll get a perpetual from this. I somehow doubt he has a perpetual here, but he has bishop here check, which actually I've just missed. Okay, let's try to avoid a perpetual if we can, because, of course, we don't want a perpetual. My time's low. Time to shut up and play. As there was a very famous poker book. Well, I don't mind if I lose this game. Ah, it's a draw. It's a draw if he wants a draw because my time's so low. Well, I don't think he can do anything else to take a draw, can he? Okay. Okay, right. Well, look, I know I said I'm going to play until I lose 2 games, but I do have some other things to do tonight. And that was a very, very interesting game. I'm going to make this the last game, guys and girls. And I promise you all, I'm going to do this like 12-hour stream at some point. Unfortunately, got so much work to catch up on at this moment in time that I'm going to have to go Gary for. That I'm going to have to like call it in after this. And I'll get back to do my analysis tomorrow. This is just a little taster of the madness. And remember, I will be streaming also on chess.com tomorrow. Not on GingerGM, on chess.com. Now, I really, I used to like giving up Harry. But now Gary is I'm afraid, the new afflictions of my insanity. Is that fair to say? So, okay, well, let's see. And we're making this the last game. So, of course, I want to finish on a high. I don't want to finish by losing this game, do I? Okay, so a unique position. I should have really won that last game. I'd be very interested in the chat, for those of you who have a bit more time than me, to analyse where maybe I could have done something better in the last game, because I'm sure I had some very good moments where I could have won that. I'm thinking now, even though the game has disappeared, I'm still thinking now. Oh, do I really want to take that? No, I want to go F3 now, don't I? But that's not so easy to arrange. Sorry, where I could have won that. No, if I take Queen takes Knight G, no, this is too weak. So F3 is the move. It's a good move of 5. Okay, I think let's put the Queen on E2. Okay, anyway, let's try to finish a win. So I'm going to move a bit quicker now again, and try to. So my opponent's got this weird like Dutch-like structure, and we all know the Dutch is pretty much a force win for black. So my back is against the wall. I'm struggling here because I'm playing against this amazing opening, the so-called Dutch defense, and I'm going to try to survive. I'm going to try to survive. I will survive. And my opponent's playing very good natural moves. Okay, so I'm going to have to take him up on the challenge. I think he sacrificed a pawn. He's playing like me. This is exactly the kind of move I'd play to open up the position. And, oh my God, what is my opponent doing to me? Does anyone remember that song? Okay, wow, he's coming up with some magic mushroom game, this one. Okay, well, I'm just gonna call his bluff, which may or may not be a bluff. Now, Queen here takes here. Queen here takes here a little bit slower. This is not quick calculation. So much easier to attack in chess than defend. Okay, I'm going to give the exchange. That's pathetic. Why are you playing like such a wimp? So I'm talking to myself. Okay, but at least I get castled now, and I've got Eddie the e-pawn, and I've got the initiative, and the initiative is so important in chess. So actually, maybe that was a good decision for me, because now I can try to put pressure on my opponent. I don't really care if my opponent takes every pawn on the board. I'm trying to use these little babies and create some distinctive threats. My pawn here stops bishop f6, so I see a target on g7. So my idea will simply be to mate him on g7. And you know what? I like simple plans. So he now has to give the exchange back, I'm sure. Otherwise, he will get mated. So, fuck a duck. Well, obviously, I missed that one. I missed that move. Again, my opponent's finding resources. Well, I've dropped a piece now, so life is tricky. Anyone knows the art is tricky? What a brilliant blooming artist, and massive attack in general. Some of the best music you could ever hear. You could ever dream of hearing. Is that just a spite check? Yes, it is. Now, I think it might be time to call it a day. Okay, well look, I had a bit of fun there. It's just a warm-up, just getting back into it. I don't know what I started with, but you know what? The main thing is there was some very interesting games there, and that's the main thing in chess. I mean, why do you play chess? Why do I play chess? Because we want to enjoy it, and the day you stop enjoying it, it's time to change. If you're finding yourself in a stagnated position, change your style. If you're not enjoying it, change something. It's the same with life, isn't it? If you're not enjoying something in life, change what you're doing. And okay, well, there you go. That's me on a little bit of a high, because I haven't done any blitz with commentary for a while. I've probably forgotten how to do it properly, but I kind of enjoyed that. And now I'm gonna go with my girlfriend and have a nice drink when it's still sunny in a pub garden. And tomorrow is work day. Particularly, got to catch up on lows. But again, the main thing is thank you all, and I really mean this, for supporting me on YouTube. It means massive amounts to me. I'll keep creating the free content, and as much as I can when I have time and money to do so, and enjoy what I do. I'm in a very lucky position, very, very lucky. I've got to thank so many, so much to be in the position I'm in, and I will repay that. I'm thinking of doing this 12-hour stream, and I'd like, I want to do donations for that 12 hours, but I don't want to put the donations to me, because the last course I did okay, and it's not about the money. I want the donations of the 12-hour stream to go toward two things. First of all, GingerGM's having its first meet and greet kind of event, and it will be invited guests only. So those of you on the chat who've been very loyal, so can I say friend over in Vienna, if you're watching this, you're definitely invited. You're going to get an invite, and many other people are going to get invites. So we're going to try to raise some money in 12-hour stream to pay for that event, but also I'd like half of it to go to a cancer charity, which is close to my heart, and I'll tell you more about that another time. So the 12-hour stream I want to give back to this event and the thing. I'll let you know when the 12-hour stream is, because I'm quite busy the time being, but I really want as many of you can to tune in. I'll try to play as many of you as I can as well at the chess, and it should be a great fun, shall we say, anniversary kind of getting 20,000 subscribers. But all in all, thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you're enjoying your day as much as me. And oh yeah, I'm enjoying